Twin Cities woman calls it the untold story in the Catholic Church sex abuse scandal.
They talk about young boys a lot and minors. They don't like to talk about women.
Jeannie Hansen says a priest beat and raped her when she went to college in Winona. Other women came forward with similar claims against the same man. But the priest was never publicly named as doing anything wrong. Tonight, WCCO's Liz Collin investigates the dark moments from decades ago that a survivor hopes will compel others to come forward.
I grew up looking to the church when you needed help.
Sunday Mass always marked the start of a new week for Jeannie Hansen. She grew up in southern Minnesota, went to an all-girls Catholic high school, settling on a similar setting in Winona for college. Hansen pursued a career in religious administration at St. Teresa's in the late 70s. She met Father John Supernot, the chaplain at the college, in her second year.
You have to understand he was one of the only men on campus, and girls would hang on every word.
Hansen would see him every day at noon Mass. She noticed Father Supernot seemed to enjoy her company.
Now I look and I think he kind of was grooming me and giving me attention. And nobody thought anything about going to his house.
It's why her junior year, when she was 20 years old, Hansen stopped by one winter night. She remembers having trouble with her boyfriend back home at the time. She says Supernot told her she struggled receiving male affection as he started to kiss her.
I knew it wasn't right. I knew a priest shouldn't be doing that.
Hansen left with what she could only describe as a splice in her memory.
I was very concerned about that splice because I knew there was more to the story.
It wasn't until 25 years later, when the news surfaced about the sex abuse scandal in Boston, that Hansen started therapy, when she says she started to put together those missing pieces.
Father John had taken me up the steps to his bedroom and had locked the door.
Hansen says he beat, choked, and sexually assaulted her that night.
And told me that if I didn't let him do what he wanted to do, I'd never see my family again.
There's no doubt in my mind that the number of people that were abused as adults would surpass those that have been abused as children.
Bob Schwiderski has spoken out for clerical abuse victims for decades in Minnesota. As state director of the Survivors Network of those abused by priests, known as SNAP.
Very familiar with both sides of this.
A survivor himself, Schwiderski put together a list of 336 names of alleged abusers, published in court documents or news reports. Not only Catholic priests, but anyone who used religion to make contact with victims.
If the adult survivors would step forward, the numbers would shock people.
It's very common, and there's a real problem that hasn't been exposed yet.
Mike Finnegan is an attorney with a firm at the forefront of the clergy sex abuse scandal.
This is a time for accountability.
Finnegan says Jeff Anderson Associates represents about 350 people who say they were abused as minors by clergy members, and just 5 clients who say they were abused as adults. Finnegan is convinced that number would grow if Minnesota law read differently.
So you think maybe we're just at the beginning stages of this?
I do, yeah.
3 years ago, Minnesota enacted a law that gave child sex abuse victims a window to file civil lawsuits, no matter when the abuse happened. That expired in May. But if you're 18 or older, the clock starts ticking from when the abuse last happened. Survivors get 6 years to take civil action, or up to 10 years for a criminal case. Victim advocates now want the legislature to give adults more time to finally come forward.
I never wanted to punish the church. I just wanted help to heal.
After finally sharing her story with the Winona Diocese in 2002, it paid for a few years of Jeannie Hansen's therapy. But she says she was told she was taking too long to heal, so Hansen's been paying for therapy herself ever since.
I felt like I was being raped all over again by how awful the church treated me.
St. Teresa's closed in Winona in 1989, the same year Father John Supernot died. Despite holding the secrets for so long, Hansen says she's lived a happy life with a supportive family. Now with the hope it helps others do.
Maybe if I say something, other women would have the courage.
What she couldn't for decades. Liz Collin, WCCO 4 News.
Since the law passed 3 years ago, more than 850 people came forward to make claims of child sex abuse. 500 claims were against Catholic clergy. Churches never had to publicly name priests who abused adults. only children. We asked the Diocese of Winona why it stopped paying for Hansen's therapy. A spokesperson said that cases are evaluated to determine appropriate assistance, but the diocese does not comment on individual accusations.